As you have just seen in the short video introduction, that Genially is a media creation platform that focuses on designing and sharing media creations and presentations of all kinds. It is available in a free version. Teachers can use this tool to present content to their students in a fun and interactive way. From the dashboard, teachers and even students can start from blank or pre-designed templates organized into 12 types, including videos, infographics, interactive images, quizzes, and much more. What really matters us as educators is how to create interactive presentations so we don't let our students feel bored, especially during distance learning, and make quizzes really fun and interactive and not scary or tensed up. Now let's discover together how to start using the online tool Genially to create interactive and animated presentations in a fast and easy way. First, on the Genially homepage, you're going to create your free account by adding your email and password. Once you log in, you'll see your panel and you have everything to begin with. Let's start. Within your panel, you'll have lots of options. First, create a Genially, where you can choose from over 1,000 templates, or you can start from scratch with the blank creation. In My Creations, you can access all your creations. Below these, you have a few other options. In My Brand, you can access premium features such as personalizing your logo or uploading your own graphic resources. And in Inspiration, you'll have access to a wide variety of Genially created by users like you. Some of them are reusable, which means that you can save them and edit your own copy. And at the bottom, you can see different types of plans that are available, and you can manage your own Genially plan. Now let's create our first Genially together. Before starting, you've got to know the topic of the content that you want to develop. Then you can navigate through the 12 types that are available. Presentations, infographics, interactive image, video presentation, guide, training materials, and more. For our first Genially, let's make a presentation. There are hundreds of templates which you can use to transmit your ideas, objectives, stories, and everything else that you want to share with your students, but with a spectacular design and animation included. Let's scroll through the available templates and select one. If you click on it, you can see the pre-designed interactivity and animation that comes with it. Keep in mind that templates are the base over which you can add and edit your own content and personalize it down to the smallest detail, from text to images, videos, colors, anything you want. By clicking on Use this template, you can get started with your own personalization even before you enter the editor. Here, you can choose which pages that your Genially will have. You can choose pages by clicking on each one, and we'll click Add to start editing. Once we're inside the editor, we're going to start by adding our own textual and visual content. The first thing you've got to do is naming your creation, which you can do up here in the title bar. Let's call it My First Genially. To add text, you just have to place the mouse over the text box, click, and then add your own content. You can use all the options available on the toolbar to personalize your text. You can change the font, the size, the color, but notice if you select any element, the options on the toolbar will change. Here you can change the images according to the lesson you want to explain. You can just click on the image and replace it with one found in the editor, or substitute it with your own image. When you click on Replace, you can search for a new image, or you can upload one of your own. So let's search for a new one and replace it. You have the options to adjust it for sure. Once you finish, click on the blue check and it will be ready. Now, when the first page is ready, you can continue to the other pages to add your own content. To navigate between the different pages of your creation, you can use pages from the main sidebar. Click on the page that you want to go to, and then you can edit it. From the same menu, you also have the option to organize and rearrange, add new pages, or even delete them. You can also duplicate a page that you already have in your creation by covering over the page and clicking on this icon that appears. You can rename the duplicated page by highlighting over the name and changing the text. Now let's talk a little bit about interactivity, which is the way in which we explore digital creations and allow us to interact with the content just we do in real life. It helps us transmit information in a short-scaled, virtually appealing, and a well-distributed way. It allows us to create connections between ideas by uniting different pages in just one click. Do you want to know how to do it? Follow me. Let's go to this page. Click on an element that you have on your Canva which you want to apply interactivity to it. You will notice that above it there are two elements, a hand and a medial. The hand is the icon for the interactivity. When you click on it, you will see 4 types of interactivity that Genially has available. Let's begin by discovering tooltips. These are useful for showing a small amount of content. The second type is the window. It allows us to add much more content. You can insert texts, videos, tables, and whatever you like. In order to make the window appear, click on the interactive element. Now, aside from the types of the interactivity that we have already mentioned, you can also hyperlink to other websites or even direct your students to your organization, social media profile, or link to another Genially. This is really a great option, and this is where animation plays a big role in your Genially. You can use visual effects that capture the eyes of your students and keep the content memorable. To add animation to the elements, first you have to choose which element you want to animate. Let's choose this one, for example. Just click on it, and now it's media icon turn. Click on it. A menu appears on the right side where you have to select the type of animation you'd like to apply, as well as the effect, set up the direction, time it starts, and the speed. See what it will look like. To make your job easier, you can copy the same animation effects and place them to other elements at the same time. In order to do that, click up here, copy the animation effect, then select all the other elements that you want to animate, and then click on the media icon to have your animation now open, and click on paste. You'll have the same animation settings applied to all these elements. It is also possible to change the time for each individually. The second animation effect is exit animation, which allows the element to leave the page the moment you decide. It allows you to keep the most important factors visible on the page. The third type of animation is continuous animation. It is used to emphasize the interactive elements and to persuade the students or the audience to click on them. With this type of animation, your elements will be in constant movement. Let's select, for example, the social media buttons, and let's give it a continuous heartbeat effect. Finally, we have hover mouse animation. This is going to invite your students to explore and experiment. You can try out the different effects that are available, where you can change color, size, and many other things. It is useful for gamification and creating the interactivity of the element. Now let's see the third Genially functionality that will make your content more amazing, which is insert. You can embed different types of contents within your creation. You can insert audio, video, and other external content which you get from different kinds of web providers. To insert any content, all you have to do is open the insert menu, select the type of content you want to insert, and follow the steps on each tab. When you finish creating, it's time to publish and share your creation with your students or other teachers. Your Genially creation will be in a draft form before publishing. You will be the only person who has access to it. To publish, click on All Set in the upper right hand corner and a menu will open in which you can select different settings depending on how accessible you want your creation to be and if you want it to be reusable. Now, when you select the options, click on All Set, and now your Genially will be published. A window pop-up will appear. Present, share, and download. The most common way to share your Genially creation is with the link. This was Hind Albanna from Al-Ittihad National Private School Al Ain. Hope the video about introduction to Genially was beneficial. Actually, these were only a few options or actions of much more that I will leave them for you to explore by yourselves. I really encourage you to jump in and start creating, and please share with us your interactive creations. See you next time. Bye bye.